this is the start to a new adventure. And normally I would start it from home, getting into the car or something like that. But today we are starting it at a place called Werribee. It is a small town that supposedly has Victoria's most outback pub. Victoria, the state that I live in, obviously. Okay, maybe it's not obvious, but I live in Victoria, and this pub is in Victoria. I said that before. And yeah, Victoria doesn't really have what you'd call outback. There's just, yeah, I don't know, we've got country towns and stuff, but we really don't have outback. Outback is sort of like, there's no strict definition for it, but it's sort of like the really, really remote parts where there is just nothing around for ages. Go away, flies. And it's very red soil. Here is red soil, but it's not as red as the outback. I'll be going to the actual outback in February. Here's the thing though, I'm Australian and I've never been to the outback. I've been to Brisbane, which is about the closest that I've been to the outback, but I haven't been to the outback itself. So that's going to be new for me. Anyway, as you can see, the sun is setting here in Werribee. That's because I've just driven here from Loch 9, Murray River, Loch 9. That was the end of my last adventure, which was the boating adventure. I'll probably have a link to it if I've done it. Hopefully I've done it. And yeah, I'm here in Werribee. I should explain. What's Werribee? Where am I in Werribee? What's this stupid town? Okay, that was too harsh. Werribee is on a line which is called the Morkalla line. Yes, that's correct. A train line. Well, former train line. And so, can you guess why I'm visiting it? Because it's a former train line. Why aren't I starting at Morkalla? Why am I starting at Werribee? Because Werribee has a pub, and I left Loch 9 and it was like 6 o'clock and I was hungry. So, went to go get food. Where am I staying tonight? I don't know yet. We'll see. Maybe somewhere around here. Probably not in Werribee itself. It's just, I don't know. It's a little bit too busy. Maybe I'll go out to Morkalla or something. That's not very busy. Not compared to here. I mean, you look around and you're like, oh, look at this. Look at all the traffic. You know? But no. I struggle to get thoughts out of my head. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's the start to a new adventure, and I'm figuring it out as I go. It's always the fun way to do it, figuring it out as you go. Yeah, I'm going to go check out the silos first in the background, and we'll see what I do after that. I'm just walking up to these silos. It's still very warm outside, even though it's the evening. Although it's a nice temperature now, like it's cooled down. It was like 40 something and now it's just 30 something. Cooled very quickly in the inland, and it'll probably get down to, I don't know, 10-15 degrees tonight. Then back up to 40 degrees tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow afternoon it's going to be when it hits 40, but yeah, just some cool silos. Alright, well, I have decided to get in the car and simply head west, and maybe I think I'll end up in Meringa, however you say it, for tonight. I've only got half an hour or so of light left since the sun's setting, and time's like 9 o'clock, so it's quite a nice late sunset, and yeah, I'm probably going to go to bed pretty quickly. Maybe I'll end up as far as Morkalla. Maybe. Probably not. We'll see. Alright, well, I've pulled up here in, what is it, Carween. Morkalla wasn't really suitable because there was a gate to the national park or something there. State park, I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just a local park. Anyway, gate was locked. I didn't have to go through to there, but it said that a ranger was going to come and unlock it at sunrise, and I wasn't really supposed to be camping anywhere near there, so I just wanted to avoid there. But Carween here is pretty much completely unused, so I should be pretty good to go. Yeah, and now it's just a matter of setting everything up to go to bed. Alright, it's a disgusting mix of white balance lights, I know, but this is the only way you're going to see anything. Put these back seats down, taken the headrests off the front seat and this seat. I'm going to be laying down pretty much here, lengthways. I could go diagonal and avoid doing anything fancy with these seats, but I think it's going to be best if I do the fancy stuff with the seats. Now this is one of the cool things about a Subaru Outback / Liberty station wagon, is not the electric seats, but I mean that it has something to do with the electric seats. Let's just get that cable. Okay. If we pull the seat all the way forwards, there we go, it stopped. And then, I'm not sure how many other cars can do this, but all the way back. Alright, and I mean I could go all the way back, but there's no need to go all the way back. Just as far as there. And then there. Oh, there we go. So now I can sort of put my pillow here and, you know, not have to worry about it falling off. So that's cool. And yeah, time to rearrange the stuff. Can your car do that? If your car can do that and it's not a Subaru Outback or Liberty, then please tell me what the model and make is, because I would like to know. Alright, it is very dark and I've got all the car lights on, but it's still dark on camera, I know. But I've set up my bed, apart from my sleeping bag. And yeah, it's just time to slowly head off to sleep, I think. I don't know, I'm not going to stay up much longer, but I might do a couple of other little things before I go to bed. Anyway, I'll check back in the morning. Well, it's morning of, what day is it? Friday, I think. My watch doesn't want to wake up because I put it on. Yep, it's Saturday. Yay, okay, that shows you how wild of the night has been. It's Saturday. Nah, it hasn't been a wild night. It's been a very peaceful night. Just one car drove by, as far as I know, just before I went to sleep. Probably some local farmer or something. But didn't get waken up at all during the night. Carween is a nice little place to sleep, I guess. But it's 10 o'clock, or 10:24, and it's already 31 degrees outside. Lovely. Time to get going, I think. I've slept long enough. I was pretty tired. I went to sleep probably about 11, I'm guessing, and woke up at about 9, and so I've been just relaxing for the past hour. So what, that's 10 hours of sleep. Yeah, I was quite tired, and I kind of still wanted to sleep longer, but the heat woke me up, and that's why I've got the engine running at the moment, so that the air conditioner can run, because I would not want to be in this car right now with all the doors and windows shut without the air conditioning. Let's just say that. Anyway, time to get moving. Here we are, arriving at Morkalla. Well, here we are in Morkalla. The actual station side, it looks like. There's not much to see, but obviously the platform over there is part of the old railway, and got something stuck in my freaking foot. Ah, bastard! Right, after that small interruption due to the stupid plants and the flies are annoying me. Oh, anyway, trying to see if there's any sleeper remains. What's this over here? Well, yeah, there's a sleeper. Bunch of sleepers, actually. Now, go away, flies. Don't like you. Okay, trying to see if there's any evidence of where the very end was. No, can't find any evidence of where it ended exactly. I'll show a map though as to where it ended relative to where the car and the platform is. Oh, trying to go to the next station. Alright, this is Carween. Still not very much to see, just the platform, or former platform. There's not really much anymore, but yeah, this is where I slept last night, and this is where I'm back at. Not much to see. On to the next station, which is Millewa, yeah. Millewa! Okay, well, there are the silos, and yeah, I don't know, I'm not going to go in. They look like they might still be in use, so I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, it's just silos. Off to the Pioneer Museum, I guess. Alright, we are here in Millewa Pioneer Museum, and they've got a few historic railway things over here, such as commence train order working, Millewa sign, a couple of axles, and we've got a train station. Obviously not in its original place, but these types of train stations were completely portable, designed to be portable, and so this one has been moved here. That sign there seems to be advertising some train, but I'd have to do some more research as to see what that is. This poster is interesting because it is a N-class locomotive, although those carriages don't seem to be the type that was regularly run. The N-class seems to be pretty well represented, but yeah. This sign is talking about the Mount Buffalo Chalet, which was a very famous like hotel sort of thing that was run in Mount Buffalo, and it was run by the railways, the Victorian Railways, and so hence why they are advertising it. And this sign over here, the keep fit, eat more citrus fruit. The railways, especially in the 1930s under the leadership of Sir Harold Clapp, love to advertise fruit, and it's especially relevant out this region because there's a lot of orange and other citrus fruit growers out in the sort of Mildura region. So much so that there's still a freight train running today that ships containerised fruit. There we go. This was originally Carwarp railway station, but it has been relocated to here. It's the exact same type. But yeah, Carwarp was on the main Mildura line, not on this line, I'm pretty sure. Should probably check that. There you go, so Carwarp was on the main Mildura line, and there's a little bit of info about the stuff here. Alright, well, we are inside the station. You can see all this cool stuff. Lots and lots of cool old signs. There's a map of the railways, you can just see how extensive they were. Stations of the line. Gradient map. You can see it was pretty much flat. I've got this poster at home. And notice there old uniform, bunch of old magazines and records and stuff. You can see stuff like Railway Gazette. There's so much cool stuff here. Don't need to tell you about it. These are insulators. So much cool stuff here. They've really done a good job of preserving as much as possible. Even these drawers and stuff are filled with stuff. An old map. I haven't really looked in this drawer. This is a funny ticket here. Focus. Redcliffs to Moringa. First class. Return. Don't know who would be travelling first class, but there you go. Suburban country stations, and here's a parcels delivery notice. All this stuff. The branch line. You can see just how extensive Moringa station used to be. Not anymore. Bell code signals, that was used for signalling. Old ticket machine. You can see just all this stuff. Uniforms. Old tickets. An old timetable. Let's see. Oh, it's fares. Okay, I was going to say, there you go. But there's so much cool stuff here. Gives you a little insight into what life used to be like out here in the Millewa region of Victoria, back when the roads weren't so good. Alright, well that was the station. And here is a guards van, sorry. Oh, there's so much cool stuff here. You can see here the old signs for the different stations that were once along this line. And a level crossing sign. Oh, here's goods wagon. Oh, guards van. Why am I saying goods wagon? You can see all sorts of cool stuff in here. Cash register, hey? These seats were so that the guard could sit up and look through those windows and see what the train was doing. Just check on it. Lots and lots and lots of cool stuff. Really impressed with this museum. It's done a very good job. This looks like it's the diagram for this particular, what do you call it? Good guards van. Jesus. And DD is the code for it. Back in the days, the railways used to double up the code like BE to represent that it had bogies, because back in those days a lot of stuff didn't. You can see here the various histories of the different stations that were once along the line. And you can see that the Ringer to Morkalla section was closed in 1965, which is well before the 1989 closure date of the rest of the railway line. Well, my camera here has overheated and its batteries have run out because it's supposed to be like 41 outside, and so it's probably about 50 degrees in here and I'm sweating like a pig. But yeah, I'll see what I can film on my phone for the rest of the time, but it doesn't look like I'll be doing the Nwenji to Rocket Lake line today. Oh well, let's continue. Now this explains the sign that I saw before. Looks like it was a special train, which is what I thought. You can see here just how shiny the silos once were. That's an old railway station there. Not sure which station though. Inside this carriage, gotta keep the door open for the light. Just a whole bunch of stuff. And it's rather stuffy in here. Looks like it's just storage for the museum, but still cool to see inside. Oh, it's bloody hot in there as well. Oh, time to get out. So we are inside the locomotive of Y413, I think. I'll correct myself. This was a diesel locomotive built on the frame of a steam locomotive and ran on the line to nowhere from Nwenji to the Brunswick plaster mills and slightly beyond. Very interesting. Very quite interesting. Just wanted to put in a quick thing to say that the museum was absolutely fantastic, even though I was literally the only person there. There was not even any museum staff there, but it was all open. And absolute credit to everyone who has worked on that museum. It is spectacular, and if you are ever in the region, I highly recommend paying it a visit. Alright, we are here in Yarara, and these are the silos, and that's the shed. I'm not getting out of the car because it's too hot and I'm getting dehydrated, and plus these silos look like they're in use. But yep, that's Yarara. Continuing on. Alright, well, it's going to be a voiceover from here till a little bit because I'm a complete idiot and I ruined my own audio by having the air conditioner blast straight into the microphone. But yeah, you can actually see here at Bamble, facing the camera is where the railway line used to go, although it's not too visible. Now we're here at Werribee. This is the same place that I had dinner the previous night, and the railway line ran parallel to the silos across there, and there was a separate track to access the silos themselves. Yeah, I'd run out of water. I'd drunken already about 3 litres, but ran out of water because it was that hot, and I was getting really dehydrated, so hence why I'm not getting out of the car. And there's a goods platform that's not to be missed at Werribee. Now we're here at Carwinna, not to be confused with Carween. There's silos here versus no silos at Carween. Yeah. And not to be missed is the goods platform, which is also at Carwinna, sorry. Now, these rusty silos are at Millewa, possibly still in use. Some parts were very clean, other parts were very rusty, so oh well, I decided not to disturb them. Now these more shiny silos were at Pelter, and it's where the railway line used to go across parallel to the silos. And now we are at Benethook, which there's pretty much not much to see beyond the power lines, but the power lines are running along where the railway line used to go. Similar situation here at Thurla, just power lines, and that's about it. Alright, back to it. Alright, well, here is where the railway gets interesting. There are tracks, as you can see. This is part of the Redcliff's historical railway, and they run along the old line of the Morkalla line until just here, just outside of Redcliff's. And you can even see there are a couple of sleepers still left in the dirt from when the railway line used to run further. I'll briefly show you what's up here. I have ridden on this railway, on the Redcliff's historical railway. Came here when it was the farewell broad gauge tour, and we got bussed here from Murrayville. Very clever arrangement of the turntable here for running around. And yes, they've got the station name for Thurla. Maybe that is the Thurla station building. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. Yes, that's cool. This isn't the original place of Thurla though. Anyway, I will go on to the very last station on this line, which is Redcliff's. Just out there, you can see this is Caradoc, and that is the terminus station for the Redcliff's historical railway. Alright, we're here in Redcliff's, and the audio was again ruined by wind noise, except this time it was actual wind, not my air conditioner. You can see that there's one standard gauge track running through the platform, which is relatively recent, and the disconnected sidings. The sign for Red Cliffs is still around, but the station building is not. The building itself was demolished in 2011. You can see there's not much else here, but yeah, it used to be a fairly sizable station building. I hear there was a bit of protest from locals, but yeah, they demolished it anyway. Anyway, this is about the end of the video. I'm pretty much going to go after this and go get myself some water because, as I said, I'd run out. Yeah, I think I ended up drinking another 3 litres. Yeah, and it was home after that. Well, I went to a place called Hopeton and stayed there the night, further south, and then I went home the next morning. But yep, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video as much as I turned out to be a bit longer than I was originally thinking, but hey, you know, you're welcome. 30-minute video. Hopefully next time I'll have a wind guard on my camera and the not so much audio will be ruined by wind and air conditioners. Anyway, enjoy my photos and I'll see you in the next video.